From calling customers worse than scum to their boss's face,
Children and old people are literally the worst I've ever seen in my entire life.
to admitting to not doing any work at all.
You know, but most of the time I'm kind of just like this. Here, all right, someone walks in, hey, how you doing?
These are some of the worst employees ever seen on Undercover Boss USA. And we start with probably one of the most infamous episodes ever at Boston Market.
Based in Denver, Colorado, Boston Market offers home-style comfort food at 470 locations across the country, making sure this $500 million a year brand stays alive in the face of tough competition is one woman.
My name is Sarah Bidorf, and I'm the Chief Brand Officer at Boston Market. We need to make sure that we're establishing new. It's our new product. It's Tuscan chicken. As a Chief Brand Officer, my job is the Boston Market brand. It's the rotisserie chicken you love in a brand new way. The brand is the sum of all of the interactions that you have with Boston Market. It could be a television commercial, it could be the food that you eat.
So Sarah isn't the CEO, but she's the Chief Brand Officer, which is close enough, and obviously she cares about the company's image a lot. She covers the commercials for the brand and how the brand is perceived by customers. And of course all of these things are important. The real important part is the experience that the customers have inside the restaurants.
And the restaurant level employees are the front line of the brand. If they're not delivering our brand values, nothing that I can do from a marketing perspective can change that.
Sarah could set up the best commercials in the world, she could have the best branding in the world, but it means nothing if the employees don't want to be there and treat the customers horrendously, which is exactly what we're going to see when she goes undercover.
I've only been at Boston Market for 7 months. Hi.
Hi, Sarah. Have a seat.
Over the past 4 years, there's been somewhat inconsistent marketing effort here, which is one of the reasons why I've been brought in.
I've spent so much time in the field, they're going to recognize me right away. You have a great advantage. They're not going to know who you are, and you're going to get down to the issues working alongside of them.
Okay.
And if you see anything that needs to be fixed right away, make sure we get it done.
The CEO is putting a lot of faith in me for this assignment, and I have to get it right.
And so with that, Sarah is sent undercover to see what life is really like inside the restaurants.
The first step of the brand new you.
Cold. I'm going undercover because I need to figure out how to take this brand further. Holy moly. I'm hoping to get a better feel for how our employees are representing our brand. My husband's gonna freak out when he sees this. And then learn how the customer interaction happens so that I can influence the customers as well. While undercover, I'll be posing as Rachel Rand, a diner waitress who hopes to open her own restaurant.
What do you have in store for our contestants?
Throughout my undercover journey, the employees will be tricked into thinking they are on a hosted reality show where contestants compete for the opportunity to open their own restaurant. They think they are going to give feedback on whether or not Rachel deserves to win.
We are here in Duluth, Georgia today.
The woman pretending to be the host of the fake show will keep asking questions about whether Rachel deserves the money. My employees will have no idea this is secretly Undercover Boss.
On our first day, Rachel is sent to meet Ronnie, who is the hourly shift supervisor, and as we've come to see, is a massive diva as well. He even knows it too and calls himself the Kardashian of Boston Market.
Hello, welcome to Boston Market.
Hi, my name's Rachel, and I'm here to see Ronnie.
I'm Ronnie.
Hi, Rachel. Nice
Nice to meet you. So we're going to be working together today, yeah?
Yes.
On your competition. You excited?
Yeah,
Yeah.
a little nervous.
It's okay. Don't worry about it. You have a great teacher.
Ronnie is nothing if not humble. Despite Ronnie claiming that he's a great teacher, the opposite will be proven because he actually teaches Sarah how to do everything the lazy way and immediately shows how little he cares about his job.
This is how everything unfolds. Standard procedure is to greet the customer as they walk in and say, hello, welcome to Boston Market, blah, 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 whatever. Because we have to make customers, on a pedestal. We can go walk around the lobby and we'll introduce you to Neil. This is the store's
Hi.
general manager.
Oh, hi, Neil.
Welcome to our team. If you need anything, let me know.
Okay, thanks.
This is the lobby. It does get busy, but it's generally just people taking too long to eat. No, you'll love me. It's okay. I'm like the Kim Kardashian of Boston Market. It's great. So, I started off as a dishwasher, but I broke out in leprosy back there.
I get it. Like, I've worked in retail before, and if Ronnie was anything like me when I worked there, you do start to get tired of the customers. But Ronnie is telling this woman who he's just met and who's just having the first day of her job how little he cares. And the first impression we get of Ronnie is that he really doesn't want to be there. If Sarah was a new employee and not the undercover boss, this would be an awful first impression of her new job, and to be honest, if I had a manager like Ronnie teaching us, I would probably regret taking the job in the first place.
My first impression of Ronnie is that some of his jokes are on the inappropriate side, but but he's really kind of fun and he's funny.
You should be asking customers, like, hey, would you like to sample our loaded mashed potatoes? It shouldn't be a question. You should be forcing it down their throat. Because that is what corporate has told us to do. We don't ask questions, we just work like robots. When putting pecan pie into the thing, it has to look like that at all times. Otherwise, we get in trouble because Boston Market, again, ridiculous standards.
Ronnie talking about the rules that Sarah might have been a part of making is quite funny, to be honest. Like, there were tons of rules at some of my old jobs that just seemed completely pointless and I would vent about them, but you still just followed them. The fact is though, Ronnie is still clearly following the rules that corporate have sent him. He's trying to upsell the pudding and is making the cases look like they should be. In my opinion, Ronnie should be allowed to vent. It's just a shame that he's been doing it towards a brand manager without him knowing.
This is a sandwich station. I hate making sandwiches. Customers always have something picky about a sandwich to do. My least favorite part is the customer always has to be right. I absolutely hate that. We have some mundane activities that we need to get done, and I hate doing them, so I'm basically going to make you do them.
Oh, great.
I am a little bit of a diva. Everyone always has something to say about me. Someone is always hating on me, even though I'm the best, and there's not really that much to hate on me about. You need to take this inside.
What?
Can you take this inside? I'm going to go smoke.
Okay.
I'll be over there.
That's what I'm here for. A little bit of Ronnie goes a long way. And so in the beginning, I was really amused by him. The jokes about Kim Kardashian, those were all kind of charming until they, sort of piled on top of each other.
And yeah, I mean, there's only so much diva I would be able to take, to be honest, before I just call him out for being what he is, which is lazy and just rude. Yes, he's funny to watch for us, but you've got to remember, if the cameras weren't on, this is how he would really be treating the new starter.
These are our new napkin dispensers. Customers will literally sit here and take about 500 napkins and then just throw them all over the floor. They didn't actually need them. Customers do not care what it's like. Like, you could be 1,000 customers over there and they'll just come up to me and be like, the raspberry lemonade's out.
He started saying really negative things about customers, which sends up an immediate red flag.
Children and old people are literally the worst I've ever seen in my entire life because none of them know what they want and they're like literally can't talk. You just kind of have to deal with it.
Our guests are our bread and butter. They pay our checks. They keep our businesses open. They pay his paycheck.
So she's gonna be here dealing with her children and we just have to wait. I don't know how hard it is to read a menu, but
At Boston Market, one of the things that we serve the most are family meals. And families include kids and they include older people. We can't have him disparaging our guests like that.
And I will defend Ronnie here because at least it isn't like he's being rude to the customers' faces. He's just venting about the customers behind the scenes, which is something that everyone who's worked in retail or food service has done before. But still, he does seem to be extra sassy, and I wouldn't be surprised if he has had an attitude with customers before.
So what like drove you to do this TV show?
It was kind of a fluke. I mean, they came into the diner and, they just said, anybody interested in, talking to us? And so I did. How come you got a job at Boston Market? Oh, that one's kind of greasy.
It'll be okay.
Yeah, that's right.
They're customers, they're not anything special. I fell in love with the people of Boston Market, not the customers or the corporation. Like,
You just really don't like the customers.
customers are such like little and like all the time it's all about like pleasing the customer. Like,
Yeah, well, that's the business that we're in, right?
yeah, it's not fair. We're doing awesome, by the way. Have you had one of these? Have you tried them? You can eat one. I won't care. I won't talk.
Oh, that's okay.
Are you sure?
I'm not hungry.
I'm getting progressively more upset as he continues to talk.
I have a question.
Yes.
How much are you talking smack and how much of this stuff about hating
much?
customers is
Okay.
really true?
I'm gonna say like 75% of it is true. They'll throw a hissy fit, and I'm just like, bitch, no. You don't have the right to do that. You can't do that.
We depend on our management to put forth the best product and experience that we can. So I was dismayed to hear that. It's unacceptable to our brand.
I literally hate customers more than anything in the entire world. I hate them so much. They're terrible. It's all about them, and they demand everything.
Wow.
So it's okay, we suffer through.
Okay, I think Ronnie should probably find a new job at this point. Saying that the customers demand everything has me thinking, like, what do you expect? They're literally paying you to serve them food. He just seems to be getting more and more outrageous as well by saying that he hates them more than anything in the world. I think the worst part is that Ronnie thinks that Sarah's new, so he's putting his hatred on customers on the brand new employees. So he's saying all of this to the new starter, and it is probably poisonous towards the rest of the team as well. Like, him hating his job probably spreads throughout the entire team. And to be honest, it would probably make the days go longer and make you hate your job that little bit more if you had a manager like Ronnie. Unfortunately for Ronnie though, Sarah isn't just a random new employee, and she feels like she needs to step in and do something.
I can't have someone who just told me that they
hate customers more than anything in the world, serving our guests. I mean, that's the complete antithesis of what we stand for. I can't stand by and let this happen for 1 minute longer. Ronnie, can I talk to you outside?
Yes, sure. Everything all right?
Not really.
Why?
So, Ronnie, I wanted to reintroduce myself to you. I'm not actually Rachel.
Who are you?
My name is Sarah Bidorf, and I'm the Chief Brand Officer of Boston Market.
No.
And you're on Undercover Boss.
Oh my God.
Ronnie initially smiles, but that soon changes as Sarah lets loose on him and lets him know how bad of an employee he's been.
So there is no restaurant competition show?
There is no restaurant competition show.
Oh my God, really?
Yes.
Got me.
I did get you.
Ooh.
I got you saying a bunch of things about our customers
I did.
that are really not very nice.
Oh.
I'm angry and I'm heartbroken and I'm disappointed. One of our values is love to serve.
Yes.
And you don't seem like you love to serve. Without the guests in there, we don't have a business, and you don't have a paycheck, and neither do I. So I don't know if this is the business for you.
Oh my God.
What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna send you home for the day. You might wanna think about whether this is really the right job choice for you. And
I do enjoy my job. It just Boston Market me and like real Ronnie, who is left usually outside of Boston Market, are two very different people.
Well,
and
you should have brought Boston Market me to work today because you're a professional. You know, and this is a job. Your employer is Boston Market. You're a representative of that.
I should have respected them.
You should have respected them.
So does Neil know?
I'm gonna talk to him. So go home, and Neil will follow up with you.
So that's it? That's all?
I do feel bad for Ronnie. He was probably just trying to be lighthearted and make Sarah feel comfortable at work, but he clearly took it too far. Despite this though, he doesn't really show much remorse, which tells me that he would probably act the same way if the cameras weren't rolling.
I would tell him my attitude would change, but like, I don't know, I didn't think it was that terrible. It's not wrong of me to hate people. I'm not trying to justify like how mean I was to a customer like behind their back. Like they don't know I'm saying it, so it's not really that big a deal. But now, like, you know, the giant lady of Boston Market knows what was going on. That's just not fair.
Unfortunately for Ronnie though, he did end up losing his job because of this. He did a 3-month follow-up after the show, which I couldn't find online, but it confirmed he was still unemployed and focusing on school. And he was actually the first person to ever be sacked on Undercover Boss. However, it seems like Sarah might also end up unemployed because as of 2024, Boston Market only has 16 restaurants still open, and clearly the brand building hasn't been working. Ronnie wouldn't be the last person to lose his job though, because the next employee we're looking at worked at Retro Fitness, and somehow was even worse than Ronnie. And she even ended up getting death threats because people think her attitude was so poor.
No, you have to pay today. Hello, no, listen. How many times do I have to tell you? Don't f with me, dude.
Before we meet this next employee though, we need to meet their CEO.
I'm Eric Casaburi. I'm the founder and CEO of Retro Fitness. Retro Fitness started out of frustration. I was operating gyms in the fitness industry, and I just felt that there was a niche that wasn't being filled. And I just was truly passionate that there was a way to offer a high-end fitness experience associated with a really good price. Got personal training, a movie theater, tanning, we had a juice bar. When I started doing $19.99 memberships, people, really liked us. When the recession hit, we essentially became rock stars almost overnight. We opened 15 clubs in our first year, and then we did like 26 the next year. Today, Retro Fitness has over 90 gyms, 300,000 plus members, and we employ more than 1,200 people. It was a very effective business model that we launched at the right time.
Eric is clearly passionate about his gym and his business Retro Fitness, and it seems like he really cares about his customers and wants to keep the cost down for them. And despite the gym being seen as low cost, Eric is still passionate about having great customer services, and so undercover he goes to test it out. He goes under the guise of a man named Barry, wearing some pretty ridiculous prosthetics to be honest. They even gave him a plastic stomach, which reminds me of Tim Robinson's Carl Havoc.
Carmine, can you hear me? Carmine.
There's too much f***ing shit on me.
What?
There's too much f***ing shit on me. I can't breathe.
Anyway, Eric or Barry turns up at his first shift at the gym where he's greeted with his first employee.
Hello.
Welcome to Retro. How are you?
I'm looking for Megan.
You found her?
Wow.
You must be my contestant, right?
I am.
All right, well, nice to meet you.
My name's Barry.
We're gonna have you come around and I'm gonna tell you all the cool stuff that we have going up here, okay? When Barry first walked in, I noticed that his hair is a little disheveled and doesn't look like he did it this morning. I think Barry needs to clean up a little bit and put some gel or hairspray in his hair, make sure that he looks
presentable.
Clearly, Megan seems like a lovely person, very chatty, and surprisingly cares about Barry's image. She knows that they're the first thing customers see when they walk through the doors and doesn't want Barry to seem messy.
So, right here is my favorite little handy dandy microphone.
What do we do with that sucker?
You talk to the members over the intercom.
That's powerful.
I'll talk about our sales up here, like say, hey guys, we have $12 t-shirts or a $10 t-shirt. Come up here and get one.
You're telling the members all the things they need to know.
Absolutely. So, I'm gonna have you make an announcement. Let me tell you what to say. Yes.
Wow.
Yeah, it's gonna be a lot of fun.
I'm gonna be anointed with the microphone.
So what you're gonna say is, hey, from now until 7 o'clock, all shakes are gonna be $1 off. So come up here and get your protein. Can you say it to me real quick?
Okay. Attention Retro members, from now until 7 p.m., we're gonna be giving $1 off our Retro blends.
You can just say protein shakes.
Protein
they
shakes?
Know. Yeah,
they know?
they got the
They
vibe.
got it?
Yeah, they don't call them retro
just
blends.
wondering if we should use the word Retro blends, but okay.
I mean, you can, but I mean, usually I just, say, oh, we're protein shakes.
I personally wrote some of the scripts that we use on the microphones. I just think sometimes that some of the women, they might not think a protein shake is for them. Part of me trying to dumb it down and it's not working. I'm pulling on that e-brake hard and nothing's happening. We're just cruising along at 90. And they might think like a dude wants a protein shake, but a woman might say, hey, a retro blend or a smoothie. I don't know, maybe that would sound.
Yeah, you're
I'll just throw
absolutely
myself
right.
out there. I got a contest to win. I got a contest
You
to win
do have
here.
a contest to
I'm
win.
not
We're
gonna
definitely
lie.
gonna win that. Maybe Barry did his homework before he came in. I was wondering about that because I thought I was teaching him. You're the master already. You've got this. So flick that up and go for it.
Attention, Retro members. From now until 7 p.m., there's $1 off the Retro Blend Smoothie Bar. That's right, $1 off. Come get your protein on.
Yay! It was so good!
High five for that. Yeah, I guess I should have waited to tell her all that. I couldn't though, because it's not really just a protein shake. It is so much more.
Oh my gosh, you're a pro already. Why am I teaching you?
This is great.
Megan is clearly super helpful and really keen to help Barry out. And although she didn't follow the script to a T, she was even open to learning why she might not want to call them protein shakes, which in my opinion isn't a really big issue anyway. Megan just seems like the dream employee, to be honest, which might leave you wondering why she's included in this video. Well, I wanted to show you how an ideal employee acts before I showed you one of the worst employees I've probably ever seen on reality TV. The next day rolls around and Eric visits a different retro fitness where he will meet someone not quite as friendly as Megan was.
Fair Lawn, New Jersey, Retro Fitness, where we'll be working at the front desk. It's a busy facility, so it would be my expectation that whoever's working is up for the task.
Hi, how are you?
The front desk position is really important. My hope today is to see an energetic, enthusiastic individual that really cares about all the aspects of front desk being executed on exactly how we train them.
Hi, how are you?
Hi, is Jacqueline here?
That's me.
That's you?
Hi.
Jacqueline
How are
Barry.
you?
Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you too. You got your...
I do, yes.
Oh, there we
I am
go.
ready.
You want to come over this side?
Absolutely.
All right.
So far so good. Jacqueline seems quite friendly and chatty from the first meeting, but things quickly go downhill as she reveals what she does at work all day long.
You use that while you work?
Yep.
Wow, that's crazy.
It's flow. What else am I supposed to do? I find myself over here, like this, taking pictures of myself. You can run your gym the way you want it to run.
Right.
You can have your employees not take out their phone and take selfies all day, but that's what I like to do.
It's hilarious that just like Ronnie before, these employees will just openly talk about how much they seemingly hate their jobs the first time they meet someone. And they know the cameras are on. It's not a hidden camera show. So either way, their bosses are probably going to see the footage of them on camera, whether it be directly or indirectly. Unfortunately for Jacqueline though, she is directly telling her boss how she does zero work all day.
No, I just do my thing. And
So if someone may have a question, maybe they might not approach you because they think you're busy, they don't want to interrupt your personal...
well, but that's actually never happened to me. People love to interrupt here. People love to be obnoxious. I'm not a slave. I don't work for you. I don't know what to do with some people. I just want to punch them in the face sometimes.
Oh, that would be bad.
You'll get there.
You meet her, she seems very nice, these big eyes and nice girl and nice smile. And you think, hey, all is right in the world. And then she opens her mouth and it's like, the bats from hell start flying out.
I'm sure Jacqueline's a nice girl, but Eric seems to be right. I know everyone hates the job, but you just can't call everyone stupid. And to me, it seems like because she's in a position of perceived authority in the gym, she feels like she just gets to call everyone else names in the gym. I think Jacqueline needs a new line of work, to be honest, because clearly she isn't fitted to a customer-facing role.
Members, they're literally stupid. They don't know anything. They don't know how to use a machine, so they're over here looking like doing the machine. And then they come up here and they're like, well, what does protein do? Dude, you don't know what protein does?
She certainly doesn't seem to like people very much. We are in the people business. There's just no other way to put it. When you're here, you're representing us.
Okay, let's get to something important. Do you want to do smoothies?
Yeah, I think it's great.
They're really important. This is the menu, how we make it. It's super explanatory. Like, you would be literally brain dead if you can't get it. So if you look at that and can't understand it, then you should probably turn around and not do this. All right, so go here, scoop.
Got it.
This is our peanut butter and chocolate. Now, we're not supposed to put more than what it says on the menu.
And it says on the menu, 1 pump.
I always put 2.5. We're not supposed to, but it tastes better, honestly.
The juice bar is on average 15% of the annual revenue inside of the gym. It's one area of the gym that I really, really care about.
So you would go 1, 6, go.
Okay.
That makes a disgusting shake, honestly.
Okay.
So what I always do, 1, and hold juice.
At some point, I realized that maybe we should have renamed it Jacqueline's juice bar because it seems like she's got her own way of doing everything.
Fill it to the top.
Right.
Don't overflow it, because then you'll make a mess. Put it in the sink. That's the perfect shake.
I noticed that there was like extra in here. Like, what do you guys like make samples out of that? You don't offer it to the member at all? You just
dump it out.
Dump it out.
If they want it, they can take it, but if not, oh well.
There is a cost associated with every ingredient that goes into that shake. So when you're dumping that down the sink, you're just dumping money down the sink. We could have sampled it, passed them out to a couple of the members that are out there. There was definitely a better use for that than to watch it go down the sink.
I mean, throwing out the extra is something literally only the boss would care about, and I'll defend Jacqueline a little bit here by saying I also wouldn't care too much about throwing out the extra smoothie. Yes, her attitude at the minute has been pretty awful, but I think throwing out some smoothie is the least of the concerns at this moment. I also noticed that Jacqueline said you'd need to be brain dead not to be able to follow the recipes, but then she didn't follow the recipes either.
Do you want to show me how to make a shake, just so I know before I let you go?
Sure, if you'd
What would
like.
you Yeah.
Dirty peanut.
You said a dirty peanut, right? Okay. Are we doing it the way it says?
No, you're gonna do it the way I told you.
The way you told me. Okay, so we want 2 of these from you, right?
That's not a full
1.5. Okay. How's that?
1 more.
1 more.
You gotta pick up the pace, dude. Come on.
Picking up the pace. Here we
Yeah.
go.
Yeah. That's enough ice.
Okay. I would normally hit the code, but
Okay, well, I'm telling you the way people like it.
okay.
But if you don't want to listen to me, that's all good. You don't have to win. It's all
I
good
would
for me.
love to listen to you. I
Okay.
just think that maybe we would go with the code. But
Go
you know
ahead,
what?
go with the
We'll
code,
go
dude.
with the code.
Do it up.
I think the way she's throwing Eric here is pretty awful, to be honest. Like, there's a bar full of customers watching and she's literally shouting at him to hurry up, doing the things the way she said. She's fully thinking that she's the boss and is probably excited at the fact that she gets to order him around, and she just comes across as so rude during this entire process.
First of all, Barry's awkward. He's condescending. He's not absorbing anything that I'm saying. Listen to me, because I know what I'm doing. I know my...
How come this isn't punching?
You're probably doing it on the wrong side.
Ah, that is the reason why.
It's not rocket science. It's a hole puncher.
You got a tough drilling instructor over here today.
Maybe if you listen to me, I don't know.
Good luck, buddy. I'm gonna need it today.
I'm gonna kill him.
How can Jacqueline have the audacity to call him condescending? She's literally saying it's not rocket science while being so awful to him, even the customers are starting to take notice. It's lucky Eric really is a CEO, because if he was a new starter and someone who really needed this job, Jacqueline would be making his life hell. Starting a new job is hard enough. You don't need awful managers on top of it. And for one, she's not even a manager.
I want this one, the berry slim.
So berry slim? Sure.
Do you want protein in it or no?
Yes.
Yeah.
Want a little
Okay.
protein? Okay. And this goes in the 16-ounce cup. I assume it just happens to say it there.
No, you just do a full cup.
You do it in the full cup?
You don't have to go by the book with every situation in your life.
The menu says medium though, doesn't
Yeah,
it?
but I'm telling you this way. This is how I'm telling
well
you.
then, that's why I forgot it was Jacqueline's juice bar.
Excuse me? I don't think Barry understands that I work here every single day and I know what I'm doing. I know I've been here for 2 years. You don't have people skills, Barry. I'm sorry. You're so condescending and rude to me. I really can't stand it.
Oh, I would never be.
Just wait, baby.
What's she saying just wait for? Just wait for what? She's acting like she's the undercover boss, like she's gonna sack him as soon as the show airs. The customer's face is pretty priceless too. Like, she can't believe that Jacqueline is treating a new starter this way. Unfortunately for Eric, or maybe unfortunately for Jacqueline, her attitude continues to get worse.
Are you new here?
Yes.
Today the third day?
Today. Lucky me. I'm gonna make you the best shake in the world right now.
Just do it because you're taking way too long. It has to be fast paced. I want you to stop talking. Seriously. I'm never mean. I'm not being mean.
You know, he's very good.
You okay? Hey, that happens.
Okay, she's the manager. She's treating like, okay, huh?
Who the hell does this girl think she is? One member has to experience that attitude. To me, that's one too many. One pomegranate paradise.
Thank you, Baron.
You're very welcome.
I'm glad the member tried to step in and help Eric, because if he really was a nervous new starter, he'd feel so much better knowing that people are noticing her attitude. The member was also clearly upset at the way that she was treating him, and I don't blame her, to be honest. Things get worse though when Jacqueline turns her anger away from Eric and to a customer.
Oh, Akeem, hey. Your payment.
Huh?
Your payment's overdue.
I know, I'm gonna pay it tomorrow.
No, you have to pay today.
Nuh-uh, Jack.
Hello, no, listen. How many times do I have to tell you? Don't with me, dude.
It's very frustrating for me to listen to this happen, have other people that can hear in an earshot some of the things that she's saying.
No, listen to me.
Oh my God.
I have told you this.
For the sake of the job, I don't want to blow my cover, but the Retro Fitness CEO inside of me really wants to fix this right now. Okay, Jacqueline, I've taken all the information for one day, and I got it all down, so I'm gonna head out.
All right, we'll see.
Okay.
What happens?
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
At this point, it's my duty as the franchisor to contact my franchisee, have a conversation about Jacqueline and her future. It's Eric. Hey, I need you to you gotta talk. You gotta try to call me tonight if you can. Please call me. I'm not sure how that's gonna go. We have some big decisions to make.
Jacqueline just seems to go from 0 to 100 in every situation, and he just can't behave like that at work. I know most people hate the jobs, and when I worked in retail, there were some difficult customers or frustrating situations, but you just get on with it. You're literally paid to be there, and if you hate it that much like Jacqueline says, it's probably time to find a new job. However, the decision to find a new job would be taken out of her hands, as she actually got let go due to her actions at work. And this led to a pretty insane post-show interview.
Jacqueline,
Yes, Eric.
you were my biggest fear of going undercover.
Why?
The first thing that I took note of that was completely unacceptable was how you treated some of our members right in front of them.
How did I treat some of members? Your payment's overdue.
I know, I'm gonna pay it tomorrow.
No, you have to pay today.
Nuh-uh, Jack.
Hello, no, listen. Don't with me, dude. First of all, you're coming at me saying that I'm disrespectful to members, which is completely false. Because, no, don't, like, seriously, I don't.
There's no answer you could possibly say right now, none,
Okay.
that is going to be acceptable.
Okay.
So you can sit here for 15 minutes and talk about this.
I won't, but okay.
Don't waste both our time.
Okay.
Jacqueline continues getting the dressing down from Eric, which to be honest is pretty uncomfortable viewing, but it gets even worse when Eric calls in her direct boss.
I don't know what you want me to say. Sorry. Like, I don't know what you want me to say in that situation.
All right, well, there's one other person that I want to be part of this conversation. Hey, can you send him in?
Hi, Jackie.
Hi,
Think you
Bob.
know who this is?
Yes, I know who it is.
Hi, Eric.
Bob, I called you in because you're my franchisee and Jacqueline's direct boss. What I witnessed there was nothing shy of scary. In fact, I left the job early. I had to get the hell out of there. I said, I gotta call Bob. I can't believe there's someone on this staff that's doing this at this club.
You're aware of what he told me, right?
No, yeah, I know everything, but, like, you...
You know the way.
No, because you know me, Bob.
Using language behind the behind the desk.
And do you ever see that? Do you ever see me do that? No, because I don't do that.
You did it in front of the CEO
But
of
I
the
didn't
company.
know it was him, obviously. I wouldn't have done that. I wouldn't have acted that way.
That makes it worse. That you didn't know it was him. Obviously, you wouldn't do it if it was him. That club is my baby, and you know that.
I know, and
I go there when I'm sick. I go there when I'm tired. I drive 72 miles to get to that club every day.
seriously know this needs to be, like, talked about without, like, the CEO of the company right in front of my face staring at me.
I would never have an employee like that behind my counter. You know that. When I feel like I get stabbed in the back, there's a whole nother Bob.
So you got stabbed in the back.
I can't make it any more clear. I can't have you behind the counter like this.
Mm-hmm.
I'm disappointed, Jack. You have to part ways. There's nothing else I could do.
Thank you, Jacqueline.
And with that, Jacqueline was fired from her job in pretty traumatic circumstances, to be honest. Not just to be fired in front of your boss and CEO, but in front of all of us watching too. Unfortunately, Jacqueline actually received death threats after her time on the show, which she revealed in a TikTok. And in a comment on the TikTok, she also says that she got her job back after the show aired. The next employee though was somehow even more self-important, and maybe even hated customers more than Jacqueline, and that was Renee at Kendall Jackson Wine. Rick Tigner is the president of Kendall Jackson Wine, and after having worked for the same company for over 20 years, This is the first year in his new role. And what better way to learn how things are going on the ground by going undercover.
The reason I want to go undercover is people ask the question, what's going to happen to the company? All the eyes are watching to see if I'm going to be able to fill Jess Jackson's boots. Do I have everything?
Yeah, it looks like you do.
During the economic downturn, people drank less wine, and that took an effect on our overall business. We actually froze the 401k plan. That was very tough. I really have yet to have the opportunity to sit down with the people in production to really get an understanding of where the morale is.
So what we're gonna do is use the bright light to set everything and then place all the brackets on.
Okay. When I'm undercover, I'm going to be Jake Williams, a grocery store manager from Plano, Texas. My employees will be told that I'm taking part in a reality show where I have to make a big decision. Do I keep my day job or do I take my dream job in the wine business?
To start with, Rick, who is now known as Jake, meets up with Laura on the vineyard.
Are you Laura?
I am.
I'm Jake. Very seldom do I ever get out into the vineyards. I have not actually been in this vineyard for the last 2 years. The reason I want to work with a production team is because they're actually our largest team inside Kendall Jackson. So the vineyard manager I'm working with today, they're responsible for the actual infancy of the grape. And before it goes from the vine to the wine, they're one of the most important parts of this organization.
We're gonna do some crop estimation. In the wine industry, you wanna be able to predict how much fruit you're gonna be getting at harvest. So we'll go around and count clusters. It's very simple.
Yeah, I'll follow you.
Again, like before, the first employee Rick meets is a woman called Laura, and she genuinely seems happy to be working there. She meets Jake with respect, and unlike the other employees we've seen, doesn't immediately start complaining about a job. You know, like any normal person would. Even when she knows Rick needs to pick up the pace, she's patient with him and just seems like a nice employee.
How did you get trained?
College, you definitely have to get your degree. And
Okay.
so I took entomology, plant physiology,
Right.
just you name it.
Right.
While I was going to school, I was the vineyard intern.
Okay.
This is where I want to be. I like the agricultural side.
Right.
I am young and I am a woman in this field, which isn't common. It's hard going into a crew of 12 guys.
So how do you do that?
It's all a matter of respect, I feel like.
Yeah, I think Laura's great. She's 24 years old. She has a large future in front of her. She's very enthusiastic and she's very smart. She has a lot of skills that will shine as she grows in this business.
And although Laura loves her job and is clearly super passionate, the same can be said about Renee, the delivery driver.
Hey, how you doing?
I'm good. Hey, I'm Jake Williams.
Jake, Renee Castellanos, nice to meet
Hey,
you.
you too, very much so. You can win or lose the sale at the back door. If you don't deliver at the right times, if you don't have the right relationships with our customers. So we want our truck drivers to be nice and professional so they have an ongoing relationship.
Today, we're just gonna be delivering to restaurants and a couple accounts that I have on my route in the peninsula.
Is that far from here?
Yeah.
Okay.
About 70 miles.
Okay.
I drive about 220 miles a day.
Okay.
With an average of, 27 to 30 stops.
Okay.
And we just gotta get started more than anything.
Okay.
First impressions of Renee is that he does take his job quite seriously. And I've never been a delivery driver, but I can imagine it's a pretty stressful job. You're in the truck all day and you have to do a lot of manual labor, so it does seem like a pretty mentally and physically draining job. This, however, would seem like it causes Renee to have a short temper with customers, as we'll soon come to see.
This case right here is 1 of 3.
Okay. So, how do you know that?
It says 1 of 3.
Oh, there you go.
It's a little bump. You might want to pull it. So.
Okay.
There you go. Use your legs. Use your legs. Jake, I don't want you to get hurt. So when you go like this, stay like this, and pull up with your legs.
My
Not
legs.
your arms or your back, just your legs. There you go. Use your legs. You're lucky that didn't order the normal.
Whoa!
The 5, 6 cases. You're good. Don't worry about it.
Lost it. You ever lost one?
No. There you go. Hey, good job. Now turn it around. Let's go.
My midsection out there.
Can I help you?
Hey, I'm Jake.
Nice to meet you.
You too, very much so.
Kendall Jackson. Okay,
Yeah.
white wine goes in this area.
Okay. How's your day going?
Couldn't be better.
Sorry about coming at lunch, Rich.
Broken box.
Nah.
You're learning how to do the job today.
Rich, I'm glad these guys are coming at the proper time now.
Always
Yeah.
show up on time.
Do they? Very good. Thank you.
See a little sarcasm there.
Yeah.
Glad these guys came in at the right time this time.
He was
we're here.
messing with us.
Yeah, because we're here
Right.
at lunch.
Right?
Every job has its perks and every job has its both you got to deal with. You know, my job just happens to have a lot of both. Half my stops want their wine before 11 a.m.
Yeah.
Managers would be
Yeah.
they're like, I've been told, like, what are you doing here right now? Like, what do you want me to do? You either want the wine or you don't. Right. It's on you.
I'm shocked about the language.
People were.
I'm shocked by his attitude towards our customers. If I was really a new employee learning about
his experience and how he treats some of our customers, yeah, unacceptable.
I bet Renee does have to deal with difficult customers, like we saw the chefs in the first job who were seemingly being rude and sarcastic to Renee. And I can imagine having to deal with this day in, day out would weigh you down. But the best way to deal with that isn't have an attitude back towards the customers. At the end of the day, you're there to do a job. If a customer has an attitude with you, tell them to take it up at the office. You don't just tell them to fuck off. What's worse is that Renee also admits to having an attitude with his co-workers too.
The people in the office think the drivers are lazy or do this or do that.
Right.
The drivers think that the people in the office are lazy, do this and do that.
Yeah.
They're not my coworkers.
Yeah.
They're just work associates. I mean, after a 16-hour day and they tell you this or that or try to give you attitude, I mean, the first thing that comes to your mind is you. You know what I mean? I'm out there doing it while you're behind here sitting behind a desk.
Right. So no teamwork kind of a thing, or
I'm on Team Renee.
the goal of concierge level of service is how do we work as a team? So for me to see individuals out there not working as a team frustrates me. But I don't believe you can be a team when you're just one person.
Yeah, I mean, Renee might be overworked and tired, but you still need to be part of a team. If you have this attitude, unfortunately, you aren't going to get very far in a company like this, because you clearly have no care for anyone but yourself.
Here goes Mikey! Wait.
I'll wait for it to finish?
Wait until the ass end is on the way up. There you go. We're missing 4. This is to another account. Jake wouldn't be able to do my job. I thought you were done with these.
I'll do them. I'm not doing it as fast as you.
He's a grown-ass man. I could practically be his kid, and I'm telling him to hurry up, you know? Let's go, Jake.
No offense, but Renee has no idea if Jake could do a good job or not, because he's barely been given a chance. It's his first day and he's only done 2 deliveries so far. And all the time Renee has set a pretty awful example of how to do the job. Renee has made his mind up whether or not Jake can do the job, and he's known him for half a day.
Grab one side, I'll grab the other.
Sounds good.
How am I doing?
It is what it is.
Yeah.
You know, it's obviously going to take a while. You know what I mean? You want your goal at the end of the day, customer service, all that, is having that truck empty. Because there's nothing better than knowing that you could just get there, turn off your truck, and clock out and go home.
Yeah.
But then you got those days like, I've had this problem with this guy a couple times now where he takes this sweet-ass time. I call one of the girls in the office. I'm like, look, this guy takes a sweet-ass time every single day.
Yeah.
15 minutes from now, I'm taking off. She's like, okay, yeah, no worries. Okay, 40 minutes into it. And here comes this guy with a smile on his face like, hey. I'm like, dude, what took you so long? He's like, oh, you shut up. I'm like, I'm out of here, bro. You took way too long, 45 minutes.
Yeah.
I'm like, dude, I already called the company, told him you're... And, you know, tempers flare. Ended up almost fighting. The guy got really bad. You know, security showed up and whatnot.
Unfortunately for Renee, he's in a customer-facing job, and you can't just say fuck customer service, it's an integral part of your job. After an angry phone call with Renee's manager though, it seems like Renee would be in serious trouble when they next met up.
Do you know who I am?
You look familiar.
Yeah. Well, my name's actually Rick Tigner, and I'm actually the president of Kendall Jackson Wine Estates, right? Have you ever met me before?
Jake.
Do you think Jake Williams walked away with a great impression?
I have no idea.
For me, you're a young guy. You know, to me, you lack a little maturity and a little self-awareness. Some of the shocking parts were, you know, the truck driver language.
There's no haze over your eyes. You know, with me, you see what you get.
When you were talking about Team Renee and you said, you know, customer service isn't important. It's all about getting the cases off the truck. Customer service for me, personally, is one of the most important things.
I don't have a problem with customer service. Customer service, but at the end of the day, I want those cases off my truck.
There's something going wrong here.
Yeah.
That I really don't think my heart of hearts is that it's an issue with the company you work for. I think it's had a lot to do with you. Team Kendall Jackson is more important than Team Renee.
What do you want me to say? I mean...
I want to hear you say that almost out loud.
Okay, my customers are involved in Team Renee. They're my coworkers, not the people back at the shop.
I think you're wrong about that. Saying I don't really have any friends back in the office, and I want you to know that you do.
As much as I understand where you're coming from, and I mean, look at you, you're on that side.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right.
You went to college.
Right.
And so 3 years of frustration maybe came off to you like, I'm not a team player or whatnot. At the end of the day, I'm good at what I do.
Okay.
You know, so.
Look, I'm all about Team Kendall Jackson, and you're all about Team Renee. If we're gonna go right, and you may want to go left, and I say we're going right, we're all going right.
After a bit of a dressing down by the company's president, Renee doesn't get sacked. However, he does get a fate which he probably thinks is worse than being fired. Even though he's going to hate it, I think Renee would prefer that than being fired.
Here's what I'd like you to do. I'm actually going to ask you to step away from the truck. What I want to do for the next 30 days is suspend you from being a truck driver and have you shadow people in the office and be a part of that team. You need to learn some of those skills, and I think that'll make you a better manager and a better truck driver.
I love the truck, but I'll do whatever. I was a little ambushed, but I mean, it's fine. I still feel the way I feel. And to know that I'm going to be caged up, it's going to be very difficult. Nobody wants to work in an office once you've been a driver. It's really hard to tie up a freelance dog after a while, you know? You're going to bite at the leash.
And if you want a part 2 of this video, let me know in the comments below. It was a bit different than my usual videos, but it was fun to watch, and you can watch more of my videos by clicking the video on your screen now. Follow my Instagram at BigCraigYT, subscribe to my main channel and my compilation channel. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.